Welcome to the Asian Mai Show. Today we got a special guest. He's Hustle the Trucker. The name is in the name. It says Hustle the Trucker. I mean, you can't be more hustler than that, man. I love it. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on, man.
No, definitely. So we can't get enough of these interviews. A lot of people this week have been asking me about Landstar. Hustle the Trucker. So the big question here for people searching on YouTube is, do you actually recommend people working at Landstar now that you are working there?
After my 90-day review, I would absolutely recommend people to work at Landstar.
Some of the pros then at Landstar that you found were more beneficial than maybe somewhere else that you've worked. Why should someone go work at Landstar now that you're in the process, you've been doing it? What are some pros?
Some pros to working at Landstar is, like I said, security and foundation. They have the infrastructure to help start you. Like if you're trying to get started, or if you've already started and you need to keep going, like they have everything that you need to be efficient and to just make the kind of money that you want to make.
I hear
they have it all set up.
No, I hear you.
They've done the legwork. They just need trucks and drivers to come in and who are willing to move the freight.
Okay. So like right now, for a lot of owner operators, it might be really slow right now in the spot market. Are you finding it slow for you, or does Landstar help you take care of that so you're able to still get decent loads?
Okay, so I'll be completely honest, and whoever's listening, take my opinion with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Me personally,
right,
I have not noticed a huge difference.
Okay.
Maybe that's because of the place that I was coming from.
Right.
They were nickel and diming me and shortchanging me on my money.
Right.
But I'm making now what I was making with them last summer. That was during that. I made that throughout the winter, so I was comfortable. I was okay.
Okay.
And I know a lot of drivers that were at Landstar, they're saying, "Man, the rates suck now. It dipped so low or whatever." And I'm like, "Man, if this is low, I can't wait till the summertime when the rates actually, they get back up there. I'm really gonna be making some money."
Okay.
Because
okay.
For the wintertime, I grossed about $5,200 to $5,500 a week. So
wow. Okay. So 52. Okay.
I was comfortable.
Man, so let's talk about some of this transparency, because there's all these haters out here, and all we're trying to do is help people, right? So let's talk about this real quick. If it's 5,200, right? How do you break down that gross to know like how much should a truck payment kind of be, or you could generalize your situation? How much is that actually almost take home for these new guys that come out, so they know like if they're actually making money or not? Do you feel comfortable talking about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, after all expenses, fuel, advances,
right,
standard deductions from Landstar, I was probably bringing home about 27 of that.
2,700 a week, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. That's keeping it real,
expenses.
Right? That's what's up.
But again, take that with a grain of salt, because everybody's expenses could be different. My truck note could be higher or lower than some people.
Right.
My personal expenses could be higher or lower than some people. So,
right.
But that was my average. That was my average take home.
Okay. And so what kind of truck should they like, if they want to have your success that you're having starting with this company, what like price truck should they maybe think about purchasing to have that low enough expense? You know what I'm saying? So that they can make some money.
I feel like you're giving me a loaded question there.
No.
There's a lot of speculation. Honestly,
right.
There's a lot of speculation on what kind of truck people should get or whatever. I mean, it's all about what your budget is and what your bottom line is.
I hear you.
If you know you want to make a certain dollar amount,
right?
I mean, some guys they pay cash for trucks, and it could be a great truck, and they have much lower overhead than I do. And there are some guys who choose to go out and buy a brand new truck. I mean, personally, I prefer used trucks.
I feel you. So are there any cons that you could think of from your time being new at Landstar, so that other people that are thinking about joining, it might be a no-go for them?
Yeah, there are a few. There are definitely a few. If you're a company driver or an owner-operator thinking about coming over to Landstar, one of the biggest cons for me for Landstar is having to deal with the agents. The brokers and the agents. That is probably one of the biggest cons for me. I mean, there are some great agents here at Landstar, but then there are some really bad agents who will do any and everything to screw you over.
No, I hear you. No, thank you for that transparency. So that's one thing. Anything else that you could think of? Because that's a big one already, because
Right.
I don't like messing with a lot of BS. And, if there are a lot of agents that you got to deal with that, you're just always shaking your head, it sounds like you got to do a lot of negotiation. You got to shake your, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then, I think that's what any company though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can be a company driver and dealing with your fleet manager or your dispatcher or whoever, you could be dealing with a shady individual there, and that's gonna hurt your money. So it's anywhere you go.
I hear you. But besides that, some agents that are you would stay away from. Besides that, it sounds like you're pretty happy right now where you're at.
Honestly, I'm very happy over here at Landstar. I'm very happy.
No, that's what's up, man.